He looks at his teacher, and she was looking outside. While watching her, he thoughts to himself that he have a flower that he can't pluck it out. Meanwhile, in front of him his classmate stands, and she looks at him with a smug face, while revealing her most of the parts. But he just thoughts to himself that what he should do when he have another flower that he can pluck anytime, if he wants to. He wonders if this is his inevitable downfall. He insists that he should be into grown women, yet finds himself shaken by the bold temptations of his childhood friend, who stands in front of him with a playful grin. At school, the day continues as usual. Students rush to claim the dodgeball court. Inside the classroom, classmates chatter excitedly while one girl shows off a dance she just learned. Amid all the noise, the boy quietly reads a book about Nietzsche, remaining detached from the lively atmosphere around him. Osanai Wakaba sits at his desk, looking annoyed as the noise fills the classroom. He thinks to himself that he is surrounded by nothing but children. Violent ball games and absurd fad dances feel painfully immature to him. With a smug expression, he concludes that he must have matured faster than the other kids. At this point, he believes that calling himself an adult would hardly be an exaggeration. As an adult, he claims to have no interest in children's games, and because he sees himself that way, he does not spend time with them. Nearby, classmates whisper that he will probably turn them down again. Recalling how he previously said he was busy reading, he glances sideways and reassures himself that it is simply because he is an adult. He declares that he has fallen in love with an adult. Her name is Nishizono Samayer, the grade 5 class 1 teacher who transferred here this year. The moment he first saw her, he felt as though his heart had been stolen. Every time he sees her, he cannot help but sigh, thinking about how beautiful she looks again today. From his seat, Wakaba watches Nishizono-sensei and tells himself that for now he can only admire her from a distance. But one day he will confess these feelings. He looks down on the other boys, thinking that ordinary children cannot even appreciate her charm. Nishizono-sensei suddenly glances in his direction. He freezes in place. Panicking, he quickly hides behind his book, sweating as he worries that he might have made a strange face, realizing that she looked at him and thinking that this is bad. Suddenly, a girl leans over his desk and tugs at his book. Peering at him with a teasing smile, she mocks him for pretending to read and asks if he can even see properly with the book held that close to his face. Wakaba becomes flustered and snaps that even if he tried to explain it, she would not understand. She smirks and challenges him to explain what the book is about. The girl is Wakanuchi Kai. They have been in the same class since kindergarten, and she never misses an opportunity to tease him. Wakaba considers her a smug nuisance. Still smiling, she asks him to teach her a little. Trying to maintain his composure, he awkwardly summarizes that the book examines the life of the father of modern philosophy and questions why he attempted to prove God's existence. Kai listens with an amused expression and quietly says she understands. She suddenly bursts into laughter, revealing that the summary he just gave was actually from a completely different book. Wakaba is left shocked and flustered, while she covers her mouth, clearly enjoying his reaction. With a smug grin, she accuses him of trying to impress someone. She boldly claims that she can see right through his thoughts and actions. Wakaba stiffens, confused and nervous as he asks what she means. Kai leans in close and confidently declares that the person Wakaba loves the most is obviously Nishizono-sensei. He panics instantly, his face turning bright red as she teases him about confessing his feelings for the teacher. Wakaba immediately regrets ever mentioning it and angrily tells her to stop making fun of him. Still laughing, she tells him it is too late now. When he tries to blame her, she immediately fires back that he was the one who said something strange in the first place, leaving him speechless and embarrassed. 1 week earlier, Wakaba walks home while reading a book. Kai suddenly appears beside him and casually warns that walking while reading is dangerous. He coldly tells her to do as she pleases, trying to act cool. She notices that he has suddenly started reading books in 5th grade and teasingly says that he is just trying to look smart. Wakaba insists that he does not just look smart, he truly is smart. Kai laughs and cheerfully invites him to walk home together, playfully calling out to him as she keeps pace beside him. Wakaba snaps his book shut and tells her that it would be too difficult for a child like her to understand. She casually reads the cover and remarks that it looks like a difficult book. She then tells to him that he will not be popular with girls if he keep on talking like that, to which he replies that she is judging everyone with popularity makes her more childish. In the end, she gives up by saying he always got something to say in return, and she goes on by admitting that there is no girl that would put up with a twisted guy like him, and then she suddenly blushes while saying expect her. Hearing it, he suddenly looks at her. Kai suddenly leans in close, her face near his, and softly asks if he wants her. He freezes in shock as she tilts her head playfully and calls out to him. Blushing and smiling mischievously, she finishes her sentence and asks if he wants her to be his girlfriend. Wakaba stands frozen, his face bright red and his eyes wide, unable to process what he just heard. He stammers in disbelief. Suddenly, he bursts out in shock, shouting in confusion as he jumps back. Kai watches him with a satisfied smile, holding onto her backpack straps while giggling softly. As he struggles to process her words, the realization finally sinks in that she truly said it.